daredevils turn on the heat to keep pace with the tempo of the time. This madcap adventurer puts on his show by being dragged right into the picture. There's no harm done, he says. Now fearless auto drivers put on their thrilling act before a jam-packed grandstand and stage a flaming show. High in the air without wings, and he clears the bus. But it's not a four-point landing. So he'll try it once again. Here comes another headed for trouble. In slow motion, we see the crack up in detail. Yes, there's a man in the driver's seat, but for how long, nobody knows. Now high-powered racing cars with men who mock fate at the wheel. They tear around the oval saucer at breakneck speed, dauntless thunderbolts of the racetrack. Here comes the spill of spills. In France, cross-country racers pitch, toss, tumble, and turn in a steeplechase of natural barriers and dangerous water jumps. They like the going rough and the water wet. Australians build their barriers high and difficult. Success is entirely up to the horse. This colt looks peaceful, but he's just plain obstinate. The rodeo, with its careening cowboys on bucking broncos, is one show that never fails to electrify the crowds. They come out of the chute raring, tearing mad and tear up the turf in a real razzle-dazzle. Brahma steers present another problem to the cowhands that try to ride them bareback. They're tough customers. In France, they enjoy the Spanish sport of bullfighting, but here they're all amateur toreadors without any defense, so the bull treats them accordingly. It's easy to get hurt, but clever not to. We've heard of getting the bull by the tail and not being able to let go, but this fellow gets hold of the wrong end. Through the streets, it's a free-for-all with every man for himself and the bull on the loose. The big thrill comes when someone on the sidelines unexpectedly joins the affray. When they irrigated the Colorado desert, little did they think that the aquaplane fiends would search out these man-made ditches for their favorite sport. Even in the desert country, there is speed, and there are thrills if you know where to find them. Now Europe's champion kayak paddlers shoot the chutes in the roaring current of Austria's perilous Enns River. They take dangerous chances through tight gorges and jutting rocks. It's another sport for those who crave action and don't mind a good ducking. Now to Australia again, where they have plenty of ocean in which to play and a surf that's rough and treacherous. Breakers and combers rise to record heights as they sweep toward the shoreline. Both lifeboats and men must be made of sturdy stuff to battle their way through. You have to like the taste of seawater a lot to take this kind of punishment and call it fun. At the circus, there are thrills but seldom a spill as high-flying performers defy the law of gravity with their unbelievable tricks and antics on the flying trapeze. The slide for life from the topmost rafters. For a thrill that chills you to the very marrow, these aerial dancers put on a spine-tingling show high above the city streets. Their stage is a small platform, but their nerve is colossal. This dance may be safe enough up there, but we'd hate to see them do the conga. Circus is designed to make the most sedate spectator wiggle, wriggle, and squirm as the most fearless daredevils of all put on their stunts. Here's a landing field wherever you want it, and a runway that gets you in the air with the greatest of ease. And here are remarkable pictures of the newest Air Force device to save lives of stranded flyers. This paratrooper sets the pattern for a series of daredevil trials. He's the first man to be picked off the ground by a plane in full flight. Hedge-hopping aviators provide their share of excitement with exhibitions of perilous low flying. They'll hop over anything from a house to an automobile. Sometimes an old-timer gets into the show and into the lake. Then, and as a roaring climax, come the house wreckers. Along with the house, they wreck perfectly good airplanes and sometimes perfectly good men. This one misjudges the front entrance and crashes in the biggest thrill of them all.